Good evening.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be back with another Young Indian, part of the Voice of the Young series. Right now, we have with us Manmeet Singh Gulati. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Manmeet.
Good evening, sir. First of all, I would like to thank you for this opportunity, and I really am really honored to be here, and I really like the initiative of yours, and I think it's very humble of you. It's very politeness of you, humbleness of you that you take out time for kids like us to for young minds like us, so that we can have some platform to talk on. So I am actually working in Confederation of Indian Industry as an executive. I joined this month only. Before this, I done my post graduation from Indian Institute of Foreign Trade in economics. My degree was specialized in trade and finance, and before that, I did my graduation from Delhi University, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar College, and so my journey started. So I was a studious kid from very beginning, and so when I got opportunity to choose between commerce, science, and arts in 10th class, so
Hmm.
yeah, so actual studies start from there. So I took commerce. So my family was kind of thinking that yeah, you should take commerce because they wanted me to become a CA, because that was very cool thing back then. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to this now. My most of my friends are CA now because my entire class wanted to become a CA. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I took commerce in 11th, and then but I very soon realized that I don't like accountancy at all. It's just long tables, debit, credit. You just add something here, add there. I think you just need to have a good calculator to do this kind of thing. So I thought I need something more intellectual or thought provoking. So I should have some sense of what's happening around me, and kind of like policy. So I liked economics very much, though I think that 11th 12th economics is too easy, just basic indifference curve, Indian economy. But I think that's still better than accountancy, though I was very good in accounts also, but I never liked it very much. So yeah, so I left all my friends who were doing CA. Two and three of them are CA now. They just cleared now, and I just got a job in the CIA. So yeah, so in 12th I chose economics. So I did a graduation in economics from Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar College. So I was very passionate about these great colleges in Delhi University, SRCC, these Venkateshwar and Hansraj, these type of North Campus colleges. So, but in 12th boards, I could not score that well. Kind of like insecurity creeped in, where I think I should have been there and things like that. Actually, I also want to point this out, and this is very unfortunate. In my 12th boards exam, all question papers were leaked.
Ah,
It was yes, sir.
yeah.
That was yeah. In 2018 year it was, and all question papers were leaked. So I first did not trust my friends. They said I have the question paper. I said, oh, everybody has, don't tell me. So
Yes.
I went in the examination hall. They said, see, look at the paper, we had it in the morning or yesterday night. And I was like, no. So in second exam it happened again. I was like, what is happening? In maths exam it was, and they called me at night, said, I have the paper, if you I can give you some questions. So okay, so whole night I was doing the questions. Or, or as a human, I was also greedy. But at the morning, question paper was different. Somebody else had the original paper. So entire night I was sleepless. And when the morning happened, the basic matrix question that I was doing, I was so sleepy. I scored a little less in maths. Then I just ignored everybody. And but exam every exam was leaked, to the point English and Hindi were also leaked.
My
So
God.
then economics exam was leaked 2 days before. That is why they realized, CBSE realized, and they conducted a re-examination of economics. So that too, like 1 month before the results only. So that was all that happened like very abruptly. All this happened. My so the peace of mind was lost in the exams, and this was so depressing. I know I don't, I think I should share this or not, but many students got 95, 96, just like this. So okay, I don't want to comment on anybody, but yeah, this is very, this sad reality. And I don't think after that it's happening or not, but in my year was like full on drama was happening everywhere. So after that, yeah, so so I'm not blaming government or think that I could not get good college, but yeah, still I think this is very bad. Recently also NEET exam was leaked, and it is so depressing for students who are
Yeah.
like studying whole day. I see, I meet NEET people, NEET students also, they are studying like 10, 12 hour daily, and this is how results come out. This is very depressing, and what to do? So yeah, so so I got in Delhi University. So I always tell outsider people I'm in DU. I
Yeah.
don't name my college because I feel like it is an off-campus college, very far off, isolated place in Delhi, East Delhi. Nobody likes to go there. It was like 2 hours traveling each side from my place. So I used to go. I used to wake up at like 6 and leave house at 6:30, 7. I reach at 9. For my first lecture. So half of my life was in metro.
Uh,
So I used to study in metros because graduation, the economics is very difficult in graduation than in school. So it took a whole new turn when game theory introduced, like, and things like that. So it became a little difficult, challenging when that COVID came. So it was I was in my second year. So I thought that okay, somehow it will pass, and my all family members were like this, and yeah, but somehow we uh, uh, I cleared the graduation. I got good marks, and then I was in thinking that what should I do next, because I was also in placement cell in my college, graduation, and not good companies were coming and things like that, and I also wanted to study economics further, because the subject is such that it still drives you even after masters. I still want to study more. This
okay.
is this is the nature of the subject, I think, because there is so much in every aspect. Like there is micro, macro, international trade, finance, financial economics, politics, and yeah, so there's so much. So I opted for IIFT. I liked my college very much for good, for post graduation. The course is relatively new, but because IFT is for specialized in foreign trade and economics, may they also for their focus is on trade. So and the professor's knowledge in trade was like unmatchable. So
Yeah.
I got the best experience there,
Mm.
and I also started developing my interest in trade. So I also built some gravity model in my thesis. The so-called gravity model, it is very famous. It was very old and obsolete as per my professor. When I
Yes.
was defending, he said it is very obsolete. You should not do such things
It
in
is
your,
very old. Yes, it is very old.
very old. So yeah, I tried to put some indexes of relative trade barrier index and working age population. So I put a gross and I replaced gross trade to value added trade, because it is something new coming up. So with the emergence of GVCs and all, so I did that, and I was then searching for jobs. So placement in placement session, various corporates were coming, but not so much, because it is like a more of policy kind of job, policy kind of course. So corporates prefer MBA than MA economics, and I also think an MBA, doing MBA is very costly in India also. I see my friends doing, like, they are paying, they took a loan of 30 lakh, 25 lakh, 35 lakh. So I think that is taking loan and then repaying the whole loan whole life. Uh, and I also did not have any interest in business administration and things like that. So I thought I am more suitable to economics, research, and trade side of areas. So that's why, and I so CI came to the campus. I applied and yeah, got there. So I'm currently working in manufacturing department division of this CII. So what we do is we have more than 9,000 members across the across India, different sectors. So yeah, So what we do is we take policy recommendations from there. We take like talk to them about their problems, where are they lacking, what are their needs and things like that. Then we have contacts in ministry. We talk to people there, and we see what minister can do what, and then we organize some sort of events very often, where we make sad those parties and they have some communication, and we act as a mediator in between, and we take policy recommendation from this all the sectors, all the corporates, all these companies, great companies. Then we kind of sort of you can't just take them and send them to ministries, because ministry is ministry. So we kind of draft the formulation, the things, and we see what is necessary and what is not, because all sort of people will talk all sort of things. I was in this event, I was for an incident. So so the topic was turn around trade balance, and the focus on capital goods. So there were like 10 15 MDs and CEOs of great companies were sitting, and they were having the conversation what should be the final draft that should be coming out next year on capital goods policy. So one guy was saying that you should put ADDs, anti-dumping measure, because China is dumping aggressively. No, we should put that. So I was writing, because I was the person who was writing the minutes, so that it can finally be included in the whatever the document is. So and two three people said this thing, and two three people then like no, we put ADD everywhere, we can't produce anything. So dumping duties, if we put, so that the raw material becomes expensive, so they can't afford that. So you can we have to apply ADD, but you cannot apply ADD everywhere. ADD is the anti-dumping duties for the listeners. So yeah, so too much of chaos is there when there are people sitting, 50 people, 40 people. So everyone has their need. So they can't go to ministry directly. To CIA is that kind of organizing body. So yeah, it has been 1 month only since I joined this organization, and it has been wonderful so far, and I'm liking the atmosphere, and so I am where I wanted to be. So yeah, so I did
Wonderful,
internship with ministry as well. So in
wonderful.
my post graduation, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, where I was working on some research projects in trade. So that was like the best 2 months of my life as per career wise, because ministry has, first of all, I was student, to the great office, the great atmosphere. So joint secretaries and commerce minister Piyush Goyal was sitting just one floor away. So yeah, so that was wonderful, talking with top thoughtful people, influential people, knowing their mindset. It was great. So I always thought like I would work like this, but then you have to do UPSC for 2 years in
Yeah.
intensive study. So I said, okay, ठीक है, policy and research and इसमें I will make my way. So I'm
Okay.
currently doing this, and I aspire to do PhDs, but I'm not sure when I will opt it. So I'm confused about that as well. But yeah, I will figure something out. I
Yeah.
hope very soon.
All right. Uh, what advice do you have for young people?
Advice. I think believe in yourself and don't feel insecure for anything. I've seen people from coming from very isolated college in some isolated village, but still doing great, very great. I feel if I'm from IIFT, I see somebody from Delhi School of Economics, I feel inferior. If I am from Delhi University, somebody come from London School of Economics, I feel inferior. So I think this, and in India, na, matlab, if you are doing preparing from an exam, if you fail, you alone don't fail. Your parents also feel embarrassed in front
Yes.
of the society, the
Uh,
relatives. It puts a lot of pressure on kid, because he's not studying for himself, he's studying for his whole khandan. That
mm,
yeah, I have to, yeah, create the image. And I don't know why people attach their image to the kids career at very young stage. People are creating studying for NEET, and this happened, but still people are crying. So I think there is a lot of load on student. So
yeah.
there's a lot expected from us,
Mm,
but what to do? Yeah, so
yeah.
my advice is don't feel inferior, just focus on yourself, don't listen to people. Yeah, listen to good people, have some mentor in your life, that is very important, and I realized this very late. You should have some mentor. You
Okay.
should wisely decide your mentor and just follow him, follow yourself, follow your heart. That's all. Just
Hmm. Okay. And your own plans?
sir, now I just started the job, so I don't know where will I go. But yeah, I want to do PhD. I talked to my professor also in my college that yeah, how should I continue? So he's like, do job for 1 2 year, then and gather some funds and go outside India and do PhD from there. But my parents are like, father is has retired, and my so I think I should live with my parents because they are also a responsibility now. I am young enough to understand that. So I don't want. I will not go outside India. So I will figure something in India. I will apply to universities like, but I have not decided any research proposal or thing like that. I do not have any current idea on research. What type of research would I do? But that would be something in trade or international economics.
Yeah. Enjoy life right now because you just got a job. You just got some money. You got some money to spend. So enjoy that. It's young
Yes, sir,
age.
sure, sir, sure.
It's a young age. You can still have fun from spending money. Trust me, having money and being old, you don't really enjoy spending it. Because when you're young, you enjoy spending it. So I hope you are putting your earnings to good use and enjoying
Yes.
some life. Any kind of hobbies or something personal?
Sir, hobbies. I don't use social media much. So, but yeah, I like to matlab, do listen to these spiritual things, and yeah, I go to temple most of the days. I try to do that. So I love that kind of environment, peace in my mind, and talking of gods and these old epics. So I like that. So I'm kind of my mother calls me. You are old already. I don't know whether this is. So yeah. So I used to go to temple in my school days also. Then people are like, "क्या ये तुम क्या हुए हो?" But yeah, I liked it back
Okay,
then. Yes.
okay,
So yeah, I
wonderful.
like
Anything
that.
else you want to add here?
Mm. Sir, I think you do a lot of Vidpeds. You talk to a lot of young minds, sir. But well, if I ask some question, if I'm allowed to do that,
Please
one,
ask.
uh, sir, where do you think that we are? If you think that we are go wrong, and what is your view on kids like us? Any advice to want to give us or
No,
something?
first let me answer your first question. you know, uh, several years ago, I realized that today's young people in India are actually very good because the teaching hasn't really changed that much since the time when we were young.
Hmm.
But what has changed is that the new technologies have allowed people to do many things, and they
Hmm.
are able to get information and knowledge, and of course, also waste their time on social media. It's
Agree.
a choice whether to
Yes.
use that to learn or to use it to entertain. You can do both. How much of your time goes in just entertainment and how much of your time goes just in absorbing knowledge, talking to people, getting connections, and so on through LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not entertainment, but TikTok,
Hmm.
Insta, these are all entertainment. But
Yes,
what
sir.
I found is that there are enough young people who have used the technologies,
Hmm.
and they are actually better than the college they went to. And that is why they do well. You said, they come from some college,
Hmm.
unknown place. But the thing is, what is the secret? Okay. Well, it's possible that one of the things is that they, in the old days, they were stuck. They were stuck. Okay. Nothing could be done because you only had the local people. But today, you don't have the local people. You have everything.
Hmm.
Whether you are in a small village in India or you are in Washington, D.C., Google will give you the same answer.
Yes.
Say,
Yes.
ask the question, you will get the same answer. They will not say, "Oh my God, you are in a village, nobody to answer you." No, they will answer you, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
you can learn and you can enjoy and you can get everywhere. So actually, I would say that a large number of young people have taken advantage of this new technology
Hmm.
and the new opportunities. Like in Delhi, you still can get IIFT. It wasn't there, I think, 25 years ago. I don't know the exact date, but it wasn't there when we were young, such things. So there are many more opportunities. People are taking advantage of those opportunities, and therefore they are better equipped today than in the past.
Hmm.
The atmosphere has changed, the environment has changed, but the competition has gone up a lot. You talked about the stress. Now,
Yes.
the stress has also gone up. So the positive side is the opportunities have gone up.
Hmm.
The negative side is the stress has also gone up. But most people have been able to figure out how to not get stressed and take advantage.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay, like you have. Okay, CII is a great job.
Yes.
And you say you are happy where you are. So now all stress and all is gone. No, you got a good job, and even if you stay here, it's a fine thing for your life. Okay, it's a great job. Unless they fire you for doing something wrong,
I hope they don't.
they won't. You do the work, you do a good job, and you will be happy. No, so this is actually very encouraging. That young people, I find. In fact, that's why I started this channel.
Hmm.
Give the young people who are good an opportunity to express their opinion, because society doesn't give them an opportunity.
Yes, sir.
They haven't caught up to the new technology and to the young people. So it was just my personal decision to say, okay, you guys, you don't do it, I will do it. I will create a channel in which young people can come and talk, and they do. Even first year BA students come and they talk and they explain what they're doing. I just had a class 12 student. So the thing is that the improvement has come not because they are better, but because they have the resources. Now, your choice is, do you use the resources or do you just waste your time?
Yes, sir.
It's a choice. As
Hmm. Yeah.
you have to choose. And of course, there's some things happening like paper leaking and all that you can't help. But still, if you focus, I mean, you can't
Yes,
get
sir.
into IIFT easily. I know how hard it is to get in. And whatever you may say about your college, it prepared you enough that you could
Yes,
get
sir.
into IIFT, right?
Yes.
It's not a joke to get in there. So people are getting ahead. So I would say that actually, uh, I'm very much supportive of young people. And that is the whole purpose of this.
Yes, sir.
That look, they don't get a chance to speak, forget it. Let me do it.
Thank you so much, sir.
And
Okay,
I'm
wonderful.
hoping to make it permanent and to go into Hindi, Bengali, Marathi, everything. Just
Hmm.
change the face of life for young people. They get a chance to speak once, yes, but no limits. Speak what you want to speak. Like just before you, I had a person who is actually an engineer, professor at IIT. Okay, but it's a woman. She came and she says, "I'm not going to talk about engineering."
Oh.
Okay, what are you going to talk about? Oh, I'm going to talk about how to balance work-life balance for women in their job. Okay, if that's what's
Over to
important
you.
to you, then please talk about it. So, it's no point in saying this is the topic, because you never know what is on each person's mind. And there was one young fellow I can never forget. Was in second year of college, and his first sentence came as a shock to me that at age 12, I was diagnosed as bipolar.
Oh.
Okay. Now, he could never talk about it to anyone, or very few people. But now he had a chance to talk.
Hmm.
First sentence. she said was at age 12, I was diagnosed as bipolar. Bipolar is a very serious problem, but the stigma is also there, no?
Hmm.
And they can't talk about it. They are not free. So this, he said, sir, on your channel, I can talk to you. I said, yes, talk to me. If I tell you the topic is this, then you will never talk what is in your mind. And
Hmm.
that's the whole point. I think young people are very good. Not everybody, not everybody, but enough. So it's actually very heartening to see that the young people, the days of sacrifice are gone. Okay. People shouldn't tell
Hmm.
the young people, oh, you have to sacrifice for your country. Those days are gone. Your grandfather did it. Why should you? Now it's time to actually do some work, make some money, and be free. That's what we need in our country, and hope to get it to more people. Uh, we are not in Desh Seva anymore. It's your Seva. That's my
Hmm.
message. Look after yourself, enjoy your life, work hard, be productive and creative, so that we can, solve our own problems ourselves in whatever way. Okay, the industry has for example, you're working in CII, industry has a problem. You have to put it together. You have to get the government to listen to it. Maybe the government will respond. Maybe that will help the business. Maybe that will create some jobs. So we need to have our own role and our own part. So I think giving young people some power is the way forward, and they are actually ready to take it. So that's advice. You don't need advice. You have found
No,
your
sir.
way and you are doing well.
No, sir, not really. Yeah.
But I would say that please think very carefully before you do a PhD. It's not a joke. PhD is not at all like a master's degree. It's very tough and can take long time and can be quite difficult. But so if your heart is not in it, don't do it. If your
Hmm.
heart is not really in it, don't do it. Okay. But because it is difficult and you feel a bit isolated, bit lonely, because your
Hmm.
topic is so narrow. People can't even understand what you are doing in your topic because it's so detailed and so narrow. You can't even explain it to people what you are doing. So it's a bit difficult. That would be my suggestion. Okay.
Sir, anything you think that what are the qualities that a researcher or policy maker should have, a good economist should have?
Well, I think first thing is to understand the context in which you are operating. Really important to understand where you are, what is actually happening.
Hmm.
You need that assessment of the situation. Theory, of course, you've already learned, and there's plenty of theories, plenty of ideas, but a detailed knowledge and understanding of what are the sources, the factors in the place that you are. Like people may, if CII comes here, we are having this difficulty. Is that really your difficulty? Or is there something behind it that is the problem? What is the
Hmm.
context? You must understand the background, all the people working, because sometimes what you see are symptoms, but you really need to go and understand the context. What is happening? What are the
Hmm.
people? What do they want? Why they're not getting it? What is the barrier? What is the opportunity? To understand the context, I think, is the most important. And I'll give you an example in my work when we were working for the World Bank in rural electrification. And some of it was solar. I'm talking 1990s, early mid 1990s, and so on. And I used to be the economist for the team. When we would go to those places, I would go and talk to the teacher, to the nurse, to the doctor, to
Hmm.
people that I need to not just look at it from an electricity point of view.
Hmm.
People would say, Subodhi, what are you doing? I said, listen, guys, leave me alone, okay? I am going to sit and listen to these people. What is actually their mind, okay? And I can tell you, I asked one teacher in Indonesia in a rural part that, sir, if we bring electricity and then the people get TV, then won't your children get addicted to TV? Why do you want that? So he says, you leave the children to me, just get electricity. I know how to handle them. You don't worry about it.
Don't worry, you do your work, I'll do my work.
So it was clear that, people will ask, oh, the children will get this. And he says, no, 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 no. This is, the teacher is there, the teacher will take care. If the students are not doing the work, he knows what to do. It's not
Ah,
your problem. So you do your work. Okay, fine. Then
very nice.
one religious leader I met, and he said, sir, why are you doing so much study? Why don't you bring electricity? So you can understand that, they are saying that, look, this is urgent matter for
Hmm.
us. It is, you don't look upon it as pros and cons, just get it here. Just get it. Okay. And then another place we went to, there was two districts nearby, and there was a river, so that you can put a little dam in each one of those two districts. Okay, there's a big fight going on between the two districts. Where should it be? Where should it be? Okay, things like that. So then
Hmm.
we have an open air meeting, and of course the men talk first, but the women are also there. Then
Hmm.
we were required to say, okay, now guys, shut up, let the women talk. So one woman stands up and says, why are you guys talking so much? Okay, if you tell us where it will be, us women will carry the stones on our heads and build the dam. Okay. Will you please get it done? Stop talking. What are you? Why don't you? We have come from so far. Just make the decision. Get the bloody electricity. I need it. So, you have to understand that. That's what I would say as an economist, that you have to understand the context. What is it that the people want? What is the, and even in industry, you have to go and say, what is really the issue?
Hmm.
As opposed to what you are reporting to be. You have to, if you know your industry from which they are coming, and they say, oh, this is the problem we are having. I say, no, are you sure that is the symptom or the cause? Are you
Hmm.
just trying to cure the symptom, or is it the cause? So I would say that is the thing that somebody like you, I would give advice to, that look deeply into the issue and gather information from all perspectives,
Hmm.
not from just one perspective. 15 guys are sitting, they give different opinions. They will,
Hmm.
right? They will.
Hmm.
But the thing is, do you understand the context of each person? Or are you just a listener and note taker and that's it?
Hmm.
No, don't be a note taker. Don't just take these things down, calculate some average consensus. You need to know what is going on behind that person. What is the business? What is the environment? What is the state? What is happening? Why is this person having this problem? Can actually the ministry solve this problem, or is the solution somewhere else?
Hmm.
See, so this is, I would say that this analytical uh, or thinking, and then be creative. Be creative. That, look, you are saying this, yes, it's your problem, but is the ministry the best way? Can we not do it in this way?
Hmm.
So that's what I would say.
Yes, sir.
Okay, give it a thought. Well, if you have nothing else to add, let's end it here today. I have one coming up in 10 minutes, so can we end it today?
Yeah, yeah, sir, sure.
All right,
So
okay.
thank you so much, sir. Very enlightening session, sir,
All right,
for
good.
me.
All right, let's end
Thank
it here. Okay.